Hi everyone. Thank you very much for attending to today's live presentation. First of all, I wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you're gonna have a great and a very healthy 2021. So, as you know, due to the COVID circumstances, all the trade shows have been cancelled for this season. So, PYRATEX is at the moment organizing one-to-ones virtually. We are as well visiting some cities in Europe. Actually, next week I will be in Paris visiting French brands. And because of the difficult situation, we wanted to organize these short live talking a bit about what we've been doing at PYRATEX for the past months in terms of R&D and what are we launching, what is now available in our range. So the idea here is to make a kind of dynamic presentation and that you are able to ask questions. So please don't hesitate to send your questions on the website or the YouTube chat, and I will be very happy to answer the questions after the presentation. So first of all, I wanted to give a very quick intro of PYRATEX for all the ones who don't know what PYRATEX is about. So we are an R&D and a textile supplying company. The mission of PYRATEX is to replace synthetic functional fabrics in the textile industry with natural and functional ones. So to do this, we've been doing R&D for the past 6 years, and we supply our innovative fabrics to brands through collaborations. The way we organize our R&D and the launch of our fabrics and its production is controlling the whole process of production, from the raw materials to the textile fibers and to then the spinning. We have partnerships with European spinning mills where we spin our yarns, and then we knit all our fabrics and dye them and finish them as well in 3 places in Europe, in Portugal, Spain, and Italy. When we started at PYRATEX our R&D phase 6 years ago, the majority of the brands that were interested about our functional fabrics were sportswear brands. What we are seeing now is that more and more ready-to-wear, pret-à-porter, kids-wear, underwear brands are interested into using functional materials and responsible materials. In a general wording, sustainable materials, but here at PYRATEX we like to call it responsible because we face sustainability into very different ways, and we believe that sustainability is a long path that definitely we've started, but that we have to continue. So this is why we see a lot of potential on our fabrics and its use on very different fields, and that's why we're constantly expanding our range, the range that I will be presenting you today, and we're constantly developing new blends, new structures, adding new fabrics, and always with very different aesthetics. So on top of the fabrics that I will present you today, I would like to mention 2 projects that we launched in 2020 and that appeared and that we developed due to the COVID situation. And actually we will continue working on them in 2021 if you are interested. So the first project is the CWA certified by Eurofins masks that we've developed. So we developed during last summer in 2020 masks with our cosmetic 2 fabric that is made with organic cotton and sea cell, which is a seaweed fiber. So here we have a fabric that is making sustainable, a natural mask, but that actually really protects you. So because we've obtained the certification, we are offering to brands and companies, not only fashion brands, the possibility of developing for you your own masks, personalized and with quite low MOQs. Actually, the MOQ is 200 units for personalization. So if it's something that interests you, please contact us. Then as well, very interesting project we launched last year was the collaboration with SETI. So with SETI, we've developed with their 3D technology 3D renders of our fabrics, so that anyone that is interested in using them in order to do product development and avoid prototyping phases and garment manufacturing in order to try a fabric can use it. So that's for that new 3D service that we've launched. Now I would like to share with you what we call our brand tree, which is the whole selection of our PYRATEX fabrics. So you can see our whole range, and you will see the new launches in bold. So now you see our brand tree. And I would like to start with new additions on our PYRATEX core range. So in 2020, we only had one fabric in that range, and we've seen an increase in brands looking to integrate the use of natural fibers and fully traceable materials in their collection. So that's why we added these new formulas that are all made with organic cotton, GOTS certified. And here the idea was to develop fabrics with a very clear traceability. We've been realizing that in the market of textile there is a lot of cotton and organic cotton fabrics that have a kind of unclear origin. So we focused on our R&D in developing fabrics and making fabrics that the yarn and the knitted process is happening in Europe, and as well focusing our R&D in the quality problems that cotton might have. So we've been focused on avoiding peeling and shrinkage problems. And we have created a beautiful range of different jerseys and fleeces. We have as well, aligned with that need from brands to evolve towards being more responsible, the line PYRATEX Active. So this is a new family of PYRATEX fabrics that we've made with recycled polyamide. So this is a line that is ideal for brands that are looking to replace synthetic fibers or fabrics by recycled ones. And then we have PYRATEX Tropic. So actually I am wearing at the moment a t-shirt made with this fabric. And this is a very beautiful project. It's a fabric made with kapok, which is a tropical tree. And we've developed a double face fabric in collaboration with Lensing and powered by Studio MLR. And we've made a fabric with an amazing and unique warmth retention. Actually, this is a development that took us about a year, so for the whole 2020. And here the goal was to make a fabric that was going to be 100% degradable, that was going to be vegan, and with strong insulation properties similar to animal fibers, to properties that animal fibers can bring, such as merino wool. And then we have the line of PYRATEX Upcycled. So actually this is a range that we already started some time ago, and we've expanded our range with our latest fleeces made with a yarn that is spun by us in Spain, and that is made with post-industrial cotton waste. Actually, in the coming weeks, we will be launching a program that we've been preparing for a long time, that is the Re-Evolve program, and it's going to be linked with this family of upcycled fabrics and as well with our core range. So the idea of this program and the proposal of this program is to allow the end consumer, through the brands, to recycle their garments once the first usable life has ended, and so we can transform those garments into fabric again through a process of recycling the fibers, making new yarns, and then knitting new fabrics and creating new PYRATEX upcycled fabrics. So to recycle our own fabrics and to add them to that range that we already have and close the loop. We have as well expanded our cosmetic range. Our cosmetic range that is made with sea salt, that is actually a seaweed coming from the north of Atlantic. So here we've introduced a jersey, we've introduced a fleece, and as well a unique mesh made with bamboo and sisal that we've developed last year in 2020 at the end of the year for Philipp Lim. Actually, this is a development that took us also almost a year, and this is an example of R&D projects that we can do for brands if you can't find in our range the perfect match, but you are looking for a new fabric that will combine functionality and responsibility and that you need for your collection. So here with this mesh development, the challenge was to create a fabric that was going to replace synthetic mesh, so that the fibers would be natural, but that we would maintain that mesh aspect that is often present on the synthetic materials. And talking about our last development, it's connected with a recent trend that we've seen in the past year with agri-waste. So as you know, agri-waste, it's about parts of agricultural productions that are normally not used and that so are often burned or thrown away. With that type of agri-waste, we are at PYRATEX exploring a lot of R&D projects in order to make textile fibers out of it. Actually, we do it already with our PYRATEX Bio range, and in this case, on element 2, we created a fleece made with banana agri-waste, and the result is beautiful. It's a beautiful soft fleece. In addition to these new launches, we have available our PYRATEX range with our different families and other fibers, such as the range of PYRATEX Health, where we're working with a vegetal fiber that we are actually patenting its use in textile, and that we are the only ones to be applying this this fiber in the textile sector. We have the range of PYRATEX Freshness, that is fabrics made with bamboo. Then PYRATEX Power, where we work with microtensile, that is coming from wood cellulose fibers, and where we obtain fabrics that are super soft and very breathable and very silky with a very nice touch. And then we have, as I just mentioned, the line of PYRATEX Bio, where we work with PLA, that it's a biopolymer made from agricultural waste, and we blend it with different fibers such as Refibra, or for example, in the case of Bio3, we blend it with hemp. So this is a very quick recap of what's going on, what we've been launching, and from our side, we would love to tell you more. If you're interested about a specific family, about a specific formula, how do we run our R&D projects in collaborations with brands. And so on top of the questions that you sent, if you have any specific inquiry, we would love to receive a message from you, so please contact us. I would like to check now the questions that you've been sending me. Okay. So, what do you think is going to happen to the fashion industry moving forward from COVID? So, great question. What we've been seeing already in 2020 is that definitely textile has a functionality and can be a great armor for us, for protection, to take care of our bodies, and to enhance the capacities of the wearer. And actually face masks are a clear example that actually a textile can be a great barrier of protection. So we've seen that the fashion industry is moving strongly towards functionality, looking for fabrics that have functions, and not that have general functions, but very specific functions, as it is the case with PYRATEX, where we test all the properties that our fabrics have. As well, we've seen a very quick push towards sustainability and responsibility. I think the COVID situation has made us more aware of how the world can change, and we are all more and more aware about the terrible impact that the fashion industry can have in our environment. We've seen as well a lot of brands, and I think it will continue that way, that are moving locally and that want to produce close to where they actually sell and where their market is present. So a lot of European brands with who we're collaborating already, and that sometimes we're producing far from Europe in terms of garment manufacturing, are moving now their productions to Europe. And actually during the whole 2020 year, we've been supporting a lot of our customers into finding garment manufacturing solutions. Actually in-house we do have designers in the team that have been assisting our customers on pattern making, creation of technical sheets, and garment manufacturing in general. I would say that something that as well had a strong impact, and I think we will continue seeing, it's all the development of online platforms, and we see that textile suppliers, we have to adapt to this new situation. It's true that textile is very important to feel and see, but we have to find ways to stay connected, even if it's virtually, or to find new solutions. I'm a brand and I would like to buy the Philip Lim mesh for my collections. Can I? How? Sure. So actually, the Philip Lim development, that it's Cosmetic 7 that you can see on the brand tree, is part of our general range. So it's actually available for stock purchases and for production orders. Sometimes when we do R&D projects, brands ask us for certain exclusivity that we can sometimes grant. But in the case of this Philip Lim collaboration, it was very interesting that since the very beginning, just after the launch, the brand asked us to add that development to our range, because they wanted other brands to benefit from it, as they know, and that's why they wanted to launch this product, that the textile industry is lacking of natural mesh fabrics. So you can purchase it, and how you can contact us on our website, and we'll be glad to share with you more info. How are you sustainable? So we are sustainable in very different ways. Well, we face sustainability / responsibility in different ways. The first is the origin of the fibers that we are bringing to the textile industry, that we believe that are more traceable, that are more responsible in terms of water, energy consumption in its production, as well through the certificates that we have at different levels of production. So on our fibers, on our yarns, on our fabrics, with the factories with who we collaborate on the dyeing process. So I would say that because of the fibers, and as well because of the finishing, because we avoid any chemical treatment during the production process to preserve the natural properties of our fabrics, and as well because we are in charge of the whole production chain from the raw material. We try to avoid as much as possible the distance between each step of production. And we are actually at the moment working on different passports for our fabrics, so we can share them with our customers, and they can really know what is the exact impact of each of our fabrics. How can one buy your fabrics? So we work with a large variety of brands, and on very different quantities. And actually, this is something that's a way as well to face responsibility. We try to always have all of our fabrics available in stock for at least one color, and that's something that can be purchased from 1 meter. So small brands that can't reach minimums, or young designers can purchase our fabrics from 1 meter. And then our minimums for specific color would go between 30 and 300 meters per color as a minimum. So so you can purchase our fabrics contacting us as well on our website. We have a chat on our website, or you can contact us to our info email, and definitely someone from our business development team will contact you. So well, we've run out of time, but I would love to answer more questions. So what we can do from now is that you can simply ask or send questions on our website chat, and I will love to answer them, as well as the team. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much again for attending, and I wish you a very, very happy new year and great sourcing season.